What do Minnesota, Maine, and Oregon all have in common other than being occupied by ICE right now? 2 words: voter rolls. This article dropped by Mother Jones in September of 2025, and it was talking about how the Justice Department under Pam Bondi, after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, were suing Maine and Oregon to attempt to gain access to their full unredacted voter registration lists. They demanded voter registration databases, which include sensitive personal information like driver's licenses and social security numbers, from at least 27 states. The department has never done this before. They have been rebuffed by red and blue states alike, who are reluctant to share this information with the Trump administration. But on Tuesday, the DOJ singled out Maine and Oregon with legal action, claiming the states both violated the National Voter Registration Act, Help America Vote Act, and the Civil Rights Act of 1960. The Secretary of State, Tobias Reed, in Oregon, basically told them to go pound sand. And this isn't the first time Trump made a grab for voter rolls. He did the same thing in his last election, or in his last term. And it says here, the administration is reportedly attempting to compile a national voter database, which would be weaponized to fuel the president's fake claims of widespread voter fraud, as the Brennan Center for Justice noted in a recent report. They said the DOJ's demands for the voter files are one element of the attempted federal takeover of federal elections. If its requests succeed, the department could amass a federal database of personal information about every registered voter in the country. The Trump administration may use such a database to further promote false claims about election fraud, target political opponents, or attempt to force states to remove voters from the rolls based on incomplete information. This vast collection of personal information could also easily be disclosed or misused by unauthorized individuals and become a prime target for hackers. The article goes on to say, in particular, the DOJ appears eager to share state voter data with the Department of Homeland Security in order to comb through federal immigration databases to search for cases of ineligible voting or non-citizens on the voter rolls. Such databases are not designed for those purposes and will likely produce inaccurate results, especially because such fraud is also exceedingly rare. Nonetheless, this will give them an opportunity to trumpet fake claims of fraud in order to advance Trump's lies about the voting process. And Justin Levitt, who was the Deputy Assistant General for the Civil Rights Division under the DOJ Civil Rights Division under President Obama, says, my guess is they want the voter files to be able to say that we have the voter files and we know there are X or Y fraudulent people on it. It will be fiction, but now they'll say it because they have them. Even if they find an infinitesimal number of wrong people on the rolls, they will lie about the numbers. This administration cannot be trusted. They have an enormous problem with credibility and an even bigger problem with data. And what are one of the demands that Pam Bondi just gave to Minnesota in order to remove ICE agents from Minnesota? Full, unfettered access to the state voter roll data to confirm that Minnesota's voter registration practices comply with federal law. And they also were suing Minnesota last year for access to their voter rolls. It may not be the only reason, but it's certainly a reason that they're doing this ahead of midterms. They want control of the voting apparatus in the country. And this is just a convenient way to get it, while scaring the American people and trying to make them fall in line. Say no to Christo-fascism and have a day.